All right, hi, I'm Abel Bean, and today I'm going to talk about our wintertime, our white season footwear. So, a very important piece of the equipment, one of the most important, I think, because discomfort with cold feet in the white season, it's not something you can overcome with just your will. It's very important that you understand everything here of what we use during the white season and how to get that for yourself. The main boot that we like to use for the cold winter months are the Sorel 1964 style pack boot. 1964. I believe that's when they introduced this model, but I can't be positive. You'll see it in different lacing. This has the ringed laced up, so it's 4 rings on each side, but you'll also see it with individual holes with a lot of holes going up. Both of those styles are good. So this pack boot works really well for several reasons. One, it's relatively lightweight for how much insulation it provides for you. It has a rubber bottom, sole, and boot, and this keeps moisture from penetrating in. So what happens is you're running around the woods and the snow sticks to your boot, and then you go stand by the fire and all that snow melts. And if you don't have a waterproof shell, it'll just penetrate right into your shoe. So this helps keep moisture from penetrating into the boot. Then it has a very durable leather top, real thick and strong, but all of this still, they have good flexibility, so they're pretty comfortable to walk around in. The other thing about this the 64 style boot, 1964 style boot, is that you have a nice effective tread. This tread works really well for grip in the snow, but it's not aggressive. So it's not digging down into the snow and potentially getting into the into the ground where it'll tear up the trails. The other thing is it also has a relatively flat bottom boot. There's a little bit of a step up, but it's pretty small, which gives you more control in all the all the different snow conditions that you will face out here. The way the boot works for keeping warmth is that it uses an insulated liner that fits inside the boot. This is important because when you are hiking around all day, your feet are sweating and giving off moisture that'll go into your socks and into the liner itself. You know, walking all day in snow, you can't help but get some snow into the boot, and so that will get moisture into your liner. And so once your liner gets too wet, it's no longer going to keep you warm. It's going to wick heat out of your feet, and you're going to become cold. So you always have a second pair of liners that you keep clean and dry, and you just switch that liner into the boot. So been hiking all day, I take the old liners out and I put my dry liners in, and then at the fire I hang these up and dry them out at the fire that evening, so that the next day I have a nice dry set of liners to replace the ones that I have in the boot. So this works really well when you're living outside in the woods. You're going to need 2 pairs of liners. So you're going to get the boot and then get an extra pair of liners. While the liner has a lot of insulation and it helps to hold heat into your foot, the ground is very cold. Especially in the mornings. You know, the temperatures can get to minus 25 degrees at night, just pretty cold. And so the ground is very cold, and so standing on the ground, that absorbs all the heat from the bottom of your feet. So to help with that, it's very important that you add an extra layer of insulation underneath your foot with an insole. To get your full insulation, you're going to have an insole on the bottom with the liner on top of that. To add even more insulation around your feet, instead of wearing 1 pair of socks, you're going to wear 2 pairs. So you'll wear a medium weight sock, and then over that you put on a heavyweight sock. And so with the 2 pairs of socks, the liner, and the insole, your feet will be nice and cozy warm during the cold months. The reason we go over all that is because when you go to fit these out, to find the size that fits you, these are the things that you need to consider. You want to put on the 2 pairs of socks on your feet, put the insole into the bottom of the shoe, and then put the liner on top of that. And then put your feet in and make sure that your feet have enough room so that they're not being constricted. Very important. You need to have blood flow be able to go throughout your feet, and any kind of areas or any areas on your foot where the boot is squeezing down, that won't allow blood flow to go to past that point, and so your feet will get cold wherever there is no blood flow. So very important that you try the boot on. And another tip is that I find that people will put the boot on and it feels good at first, but if you wear it for 10 minutes, then you start feeling the pressure points. So it's important that you wear the boot for 15-20 minutes walking around to feel that. And if it's starting to squeeze or feel like you're squeezing on any part of your foot, go up another size and try that on. So it can be a bit of a process, but it's really important that you get the boot to fit properly. Otherwise, you'll have cold feet. So what I recommend, if you don't have access to a store that has all the sizes for you to try out the boots, just come to the school and let us fit you out. We will measure your foot, we'll put on the socks, we'll try out the different size boots and find which boot really fits you well, and then we'll just order the boot for you. And right now these boots cost about $125, so it's important to budget out the money if you're coming here in the white season. Okay, that's it. That covers everything about our winter footwear, and thank you for watching.